The gentleman I'm speaking of is Mr. Robert Kaufman. While on active duty, Rob was the Director of Operations in the 33rd Network Warfare Squadron. This was in 2001. He led AFCERT crews in the network defense operations that supported 350,000 users over 130 bases throughout CONUS and OCONUS. So this is all the type of high-level cyber work that is going on here locally in the San Antonio area, specifically Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland and also on the Port of San Antonio. Has a very far outreach, not only into this local area, but to all the war fighters out there, whether they're here locally, through CONUS, OCONUS, and downrange fighting the war on cyber.
I also really appreciate my crew from the 33rd Network Warfare Squadron. When we were postured for war in 2001, you could not ask for a better group of men and women to posture and get ready for war. We knew war was coming well before most other folks knew, just because of the cyber implications. And then they did exactly what they were asked to do. And one of the best medals I have is not a personal medal, it was the unit award that I got at the end. And so that happens in San Antonio. So that's really great.
Now, I have the honor of introducing Dwayne Williams. And Dwayne Williams is, in every meaning of the word, a hero in cybersecurity. It started roughly in 1997, 1998, where we were dealing with some serious security vulnerabilities in the Middle East. And as you know, things were very excited that time of our history. And we faced a significant challenge in managing intrusion detection systems, because at the time what the 609th Information Warfare Squadron had to do was deploy people forward and put people forward to watch these virtual perimeters around. And in this particular case, Dwayne was asked to put together a team that would enable the remote access of these IDS and intrusion protection systems as well. And he did that. And it wasn't just an Air Force thing. It was an Air Force thing. It was an Army thing. It was a Navy thing. It wasn't just in Saudi Arabia. It was in Bahrain. It was in Kuwait. And it was at some other locations. And it was Dwayne Williams' vision that allowed the 609th to put together a system that would allow that to be done remotely and save vast resources and do it a lot better. And it has become the model of what's deployed these days.
There is a saying that many hands make light work. What I've found in my career after about 25 years is the right pairs of hands, even if there's only a few people, can do some amazing things. And I've been very blessed in my career to be part of some amazing teams. And we're talking about people that are willing to spend nights and weekends and go days without sleep, because that's what it took to get the job done and do it right. Some of those people are here in the house tonight, some are not. There are way too many to individually thank, but I do know that Jessica Archer and Alex Gonzalez are here. So thank you guys who are part of my team now. Couldn't be here without them. There's a lot of cogs in most machines. I'm a very small one in most of the machines I've been around, but it's great teams like that that have enabled me to do the things that I've been able to do in my career. I've been very blessed.
In my life, I ran into real adult leadership, okay? I hadn't had a great deal of adult, and I often needed adult leadership, right? And I had 4 people there that I consider real adult leaders, very professional, strong. One was Larry Merritt. Raul Salas, where are you? There he is. And Fred Ramirez. The 3 of those guys built this program. They built the operation, got the budgets. Some of us did a lot of talking, but the program was built by these guys.
30 years ago, we were sitting around the room with folks like Larry Merritt, Lee Sutterfield, Todd Shell. And I'm going to read this because I can't remember. At this age, you gotta read it. Chano Rodriguez, Raul Salas, Kent Doster, Greg White, Bob Pierce, and others. We're talking about setting up or expanding a computer threat analysis cell, a vulnerability reporting program, a product assessment center, an incident response and vulnerability assessment. These are all capabilities that we were talking about in the late 80s. And today they're still around. They're the 92nd, they're the 93rd, doing a lot more of what we started 30 years ago. I want to get started by first thanking my parents for being the inspiration to me. They were poor, uneducated immigrants that came from Mexico and moved to the United States for a better way of life. They risked everything, left family and friends behind, and settled in South Texas. As a migrant farm worker, my parents and my 5 siblings and I would travel north every summer to work in the fields. I remember making my first trip at the age of 7, working from sunrise to sunset, harvesting fruits and vegetables in states like California, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Because my parents didn't get the opportunity to go to school, they made education a priority. Even though we were up there working, they always made us go to school in the fall, and then we could go work after school. But it was something that they really pushed, and it really helped us. They would tell us that if we didn't want to work in the fields for the rest of our lives, we needed to finish high school and go on to college.